Hi. So why nerve cells and heart cells does not show any cell division? And humans, parents is having 23 pairs of chromosome and offsprings also same number of chromosomes are present. So what is the main reason? So do you want to know? So let us start our chapter cell cycle and cell division. So first of all, thank you for clicking this video. Now let us start cell cycle and cell division. So what is the meaning of cell cycle? Sequential events occurs in a cell can result the cell daughter cells. So sequential events occurs in a cell result the cell daughter cells can give daughter cells. It is called as cell cycle. So cell can divide and result daughter cells. Daughter cells. Now this is the cell cycle. During this cell cycle, what are those sequential events? Sequential events: cell growth, DNA replication, and cell division. These are the sequential events. So that is the cell growth, DNA replication, and cell division. These three are events. So during this cell growth, it is a continuous process. Now what about DNA replication? DNA replication occurs only in S phase. In this S phase, so DNA replication occurs in S phase. So is DNA replication, every parental DNA can give daughter DNA. So every parental DNA can give the daughter DNA. So that is the DNA replication. What about cell division? So distribution of daughter DNA to daughter cells. So these three are sequential events. Now next, phases of cell cycle. Phases of cell cycle. So before we would like to discussing about what is the average duration of cell cycle. So average duration of cell cycle, humans 24 hours duration of cell cycle and yeast 90 minutes duration of cell cycle. So duration of cell cycle differ different organisms. So like humans is having 24 hours duration of cell cycle, 24 hours, and yeast 90 minutes. First one, interphase and mitotic phase. M phase, interphase and M phase. First one, interphase. What is the interphase? Between two successive M phase, it is called as interphase. So between two successive M phase. So interval period between the two successive cell division, it is called as interphase. Now this interphase also we called as resting phase. Why we called as resting phase? Cell is metabolically preparing by two events, that is cell growth and DNA replication. That's what this is the interphase we call as resting phase. And this interphase is the longest phase. Why this interphase is the longest phase? If you see, 95% volume of cell cycle with this interphase only. So let us see humans duration of cell cycle 24 hours. 23 hours duration of cell cycle having this interphase, remaining 1% only going to the end phase. Now this interphase also we called as, so this interphase they are divided three subphases. One is G1 and S G2 phase. G1, S and G2 phase. This interphase again they are divided three subphases. G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. Next one M phase. At this interphase they are divided three subphases. G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. Now M phase, actual cell division. So this M phase can still start with karyokinesis and with cytokinesis. This karyokinesis again they are divided four subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So this M phase, actual cell division phase, start with karyokinesis, ends with cytokinesis. So this karyokinesis again they are divided four subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So what happens in this karyokinesis? Replicated DNA transfer to daughter DNA. So replicated DNA can transfer to daughter DNA. Now cytokinesis. What happens in this cytokinesis? Daughter nuclei can distribute it to daughter cells. So daughter nuclei can distribute it to daughter cells. So that is the cytokinesis. Now let's start one by one. Interphase is having three subphases: G1, S and G2 phase. So G1 phase, this G1 phase it is a first growth phase. So G1 phase it is a first growth phase and cell is metabolically active, grow in size, and organelles like cell organelles can duplicate it, means double, and RNA and proteins are synthesized for DNA replication. So this G1 phase is a first growth phase. And this is the metabolically active growing size. Metabolically active cell is growing size. Organelles like duplicated means doubled. Now RNA and proteins are synthesized. For which purpose RNA and proteins are synthesized? For DNA replication. So now these are the changes we can observe under G1 phase. Now S phase. Where the DNA replication occurs in S phase. So what happens DNA replication means? So amount of DNA will become double. So how it is possible? Amount of DNA will become double. If you see, amount of DNA 2 centimeters will become 4 centimeters. So that's what amount of DNA will become double. But here in this S phase, chromosome number does not change. So what do you understood about the chromosome number does not change in S phase means? If you see diploid number of organisms to diploid number 2n. G1 phase 2n number of chromosome, 10 chromosomes are present. And after S phase also 2n number of diploid chromosome, diploid organisms, same number of chromosomes are present. That's what this chromosome number does not change. These 2 points are very important for competitive point of view. If you see, amount of DNA will become double, means in S phase. Now chromosome number does not change in S phase. So G1 phase, to a diploid organisms having 10 chromosomes. After completion of S phase also same number of chromosomes are present. That is the main reason behind that. So next phase, that is the G2 phase. Before, if you see the S phase, if the cell is animal cell, where the DNA replication occurs, nucleus. Where the centriole duplication occurs, cytoplasm. Now G2 phase. So G2 phase, it is a second growth phase. G2 phase, it is a second growth phase. Second growth phase. And active growing size. RNA and proteins are synthesized. RNA and proteins synthesized for cell division. Now next one, some heart cells and nerve cells does not show any cell division. So what is the reason? So if you see the heart cell, wall of heart and cardiac muscles, both are diploid. So both are diploid. That's what does not show any cell division. If you see nerve cells lack of centrosome. So that's what they are not showing any cell division. So lack of centrosome in nerve cell, heart cells, wall of heart and cardiac muscles, both are diploid cell. That's what does not showing any cell division. Now if you see the some cells can replace the cells, like injury or cell death. Next one, G0 stage, that is the G0 stage. So the cells are metabolically active but does not show any cell division. Means here cells does not showing any proliferate, means cells does not divided because of region, cells does not proliferate. So cells does not proliferate. That's what this G1 phase, it is the inactive stage, and also we called as quiescent stage. Quiescent stage or inactive stage. New cells can access the G1 phase. So these are the changes of this interphase. Division phase is M phase, means mitotic phase. So in this mitotic phase, number of chromosomes, if the parents is having 23 pairs of chromosomes, then offsprings also same number of chromosomes are present by the mitotic cell division. So these are the main reason behind that. So this mitotic phase can start with karyokinesis and with cytokinesis. So in this mitotic karyokinesis, again they are divided 4 subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And karyokinesis, the karyokinesis and cytokinesis here. So division of nucleus, it is called as karyokinesis, and division of cytoplasm, it is called as cytokinesis. Now M phase, it is the actual cell division phase.